Hey y'all, hey, this is going to be an energy reading on Ray J and Princess Love, okay? So I ain't gonna hold y'all too long because I want to know too. Because I was just wondering about her, and I was like, Princess Love, she been quiet. I was like, she must be doing her little polka thing. And I just, so let's get into the overall energy of Princess and Ray J. They said he pulled a gun out on her, he got arrested. I see the King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, right? And so when I see this King of Pentacles, I think of a divine masculine who loves to take care of their family, their friends, their loved ones when they are evolved, right? So I feel like there's a need for him to get rooted and grounded. But when this King of Pentacles is like mature, they take care of their family, their friends, their loved one. I feel like that's what he still want to do. I don't know if he is still the breadwinner because Princess is doing her thing. But this is a need to ground his energy. Wealth is what you care about. And so there's like money, finances, okay? He feel like he's the king of money, or he got a lot of money, and so he feel like wealth is who he cares about, and so he feel like there's a certain respect that she should give him. I'm also seeing the Page of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, okay? So I feel like when I see this Page of Wands, right, I feel like this is like inner childhood healing. It's about taking action, creativity, but I feel like somebody is feeling like they're the energy of being sneaky, like clever times 3, because these foxes, and when I say fox, I think of someone thinking they're sneaky or clever, or thinking they're getting away with something. And so this is about seeking, okay? It's also about music, okay? And when I see this Page of Wands, I think about children, inner childhood healing, doing something your inner child wants to do that's going to make you laugh, something you haven't did in a long time. So there's about taking action, there's music. And so it's funny because this little girl, I know they got a boy and a girl, but it's like a little girl right here. And I know she had the little girl in her arms while they was doing all that fussing. So there's going to be some, yeah, there's going to be some trauma or some trauma healing needs to happen. I'm also seeing the Page of Cups, okay? So there's, when I see the Page of Cups, right, I think of a youthful energy, right? But this is about, manifestation is a soft energy. It's about wearing one's heart on their sleeve real big. And so I feel like Princess is the same old song and dance, even though that's your child, that's still your husband, okay? And so I feel like even though she know he needs help, this Page of Cups is like she's praying, she's manifesting, she's wishing, okay? She's hoping that he finally shows her the love that she's seeking from him. And so I see the Five of Wands, a light of fighting, confusion, chaos, okay? Iron sharpens iron, but there's fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, right? And so this is how we grow. But I feel like right now, Princess feels like she's in the spotlight, okay? She's in the spotlight. I mean, she was quiet, she was behind the scenes, and now it's like she's coming out, and she's always been there. There's some type of delayed message, okay? And so when I see this Page of Swords, this asks me anything. There's like having an epiphany moment. Investigate, observe, but don't assume, right? And so when I see this Five of Wands, it's some type of chaos, confusion. It's obstacles, okay? It's competition. And this Page of Swords is like always being watched. It's like drones always around. But it's like she's having a light bulb moment. This is clarity, okay? This is clarity. So what she gonna do? What she goes? They have history. The Six of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's a lot of history, and she's always wanting to return to her roots, okay? But she always tends to let Ray J handicap her emotion, okay? There's about like happiness, past nostalgia, running into someone from the past memories, roots. And Nine of Cups. And so she has to realize that she's a wish fulfilled. She don't have to settle. This is what fulfillment looks like. And this is not what fulfillment looks like. This is what she wants fulfillment to look like. But the Nine of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's about a wish fulfillment. And she has to realize that she's a wish fulfillment. She has to realize that she's a treasure chest full of jewels. She don't need Ray J making a fool out of herself, or her participating in that foolery, making herself look foolish as well. The Chariot. And so there's a lot of ups and downs. There is Cancer energy. Okay? And so it's like being divinely guided. Divinely guided, there's a need for freedom. There's a need for balance. There is, she has to focus on her willpower or draw off of her willpower and her determination. Ray J's energy. Let's do Ray J. The Tower. So this is a Tower moment. There's chaos, violence, confusion. There's Aries energy and Scorpio energy, okay? This is home. Everything was fine. Everything was fine at first, and then bam, this Tower moment. But everything wasn't fine. Everything wasn't fine. You wasn't listening. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this Knight of Pentacles, when I see the Knight of Pentacles, I think of a masculine who feels like they are being responsible, who moves slow. And so he don't move at the rate that Princess want him to, but she knew that she has kids, and so they try to make it work. And so he felt like he was being responsible. I'm seeing the Nine of Wands, exhaustion, okay? There's a lot of exhaustion. Wounded doesn't mean we still here, okay? So wounded doesn't mean we're still here. And so there's like not wanting to give up, thinking that there's a breakthrough, but there's a lot of unbalance. There's the Five of Cups, crying over spilled milk, okay? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. She has to stand back in her power. There's the Empress. Okay, Queen of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, take her power back. The Empress, creativity, fertility, a mother. Love is the legacy. And so Princess thinks love is the legacy. However, this Seven of Swords and this Ten of Swords, this Seven of Swords, when I see the Seven of Swords, I always hear run. I always hear run. You still there? Sometimes survival looks like silence. Sometimes survival looks like silence. These words gonna hit small, but then you're still there. Sometimes survival looks like silence. And so somebody was wearing a painted mask. I thought everything was fine because Princess was quiet. I don't know what made me think about her. And then boom. And so when I see this Seven of Swords, this is Ray J doing things, feeling like he is getting away with things and like she don't know. And this is the Ten of Swords. And so this Ten of Swords is like an ending, transformations. Okay, endings, transformations, breakups, divorce. It's like Princess keep on giving him the knife to stab in her back because she keep on remembering, reminiscing, okay? And so there's an Ace of Wands. There's start the fire, go for it. And so she has to start that fire. And so I know she keep on wanting to save her family. But this masculine, Ray J, dances to the rhythm of his own beat. He's impulsive, okay? He goes from 0 to 100 real quick. There's some stagnation. There's some stagnation, some resistance. The Seven of Pentacles, resistance. A man who finds a wife finds a good thing. And so Ray J knows she's a good woman, okay? But he still like to do what he want to do. And so this Seven of Wands is about advocating for oneself, taking action to protect but to maintain composure and to walk away, okay? So to walk away, and it's okay. It's okay to outgrow joy, and that's what Ray J and Princess have to realize. Teamwork makes the dream work. It do. So collaborations, building, grounding energy for the children, okay? However, the Emperor, this masculine, feels like he is the CEO of his own energy, and he is. So he could be very, very impulsive, brash, okay? Ray J could be very, very impulsive, brash. Let's see what else. Ray J and Princess Love. Abuse. I cannot make this up. Thank you, Spirit. Abuse. There's a lot of abuse, arguments, crying, emotions. And so endings have to happen. And so it's like tomatoes being thrown on her face. And she did kind of look like that. She looked embarrassed. She looked embarrassed when he turned that camera on her. Please help poverty. And so there is a lack of poverty. There's a poverty mindset. This could be Ray J. Please help. He may need help. Okay? Somebody's crying out for help. She may think that he needs help. Voodoo. So someone do voodoo. There's the vibrator of 6. Someone does voodoo. It could be Princess. It could be him. But they are into, okay, rituals. There's some expectations, okay? There is some type of expectation, and I feel like Princess feel like time is running out. Time is running out. And then I ain't gonna sit there and lie. I've been pointed to the package, okay? So it's like Ray J be slanging. I'm also saying the rising star. This is the rising star. And so there may have been some jealousy between her and her poker or whatever she was doing. Pathway. And so this is about choosing your pathway, seeing the light, moving forward. There's the vibration of 8. There's some false narrative, okay? Ray J may say it's a false narrative, but there's some type of, he was trying to say she was drunk. He pulled a gun out her, so he was trying to paint and turn the camera on and paint a false narrative, show a false narrative. No more from this set. Karmic femme. Karmic femme, entity attachment, okay? Entity attachment. So there is some attachments, destruction, tower moments, moving on, third party situations, okay? She's been having a lot of thoughts. Ray J just had a girlfriend say he would never love her. There's a lot of conflict and blowing off steam, okay? So we're going to move to this other deck. I'm just being nosy. I'm just going to see the energy, okay? Let's get what's the gossip, okay? Ray J and Princess Love. And over there. There's a need to set boundaries, okay? Boundaries need to be set. And there's also some type of hidden agenda. Saying no firmly, protecting your peace, setting limits clearly. Enough is enough, okay? Hidden agenda, secret intentions, manipulation, disguised as kindness, hidden motivations, too helpful to trust. Mirror, 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 mirror on the wall. Facing yourself and others, reflective relationships, self-awareness. What you see is you. So they mirror each other. What you see is you. So even though she's trying to make it work, what you see is you, boo. Is you, boo. Divine intervention is needed, okay? Divine intervention. There's some type of divine intervention. Unexpected guidance. Universe stepping in, redirected paths. Saved just in time. Shocking. You won't believe this story. Clickbait. Misleading headlines. Empty promises. Exaggerated truths. Not what it seems. One more from this deck, Spirit. They is jumping. Somebody was left on red, okay? Someone was left on red. Ignored messages, waiting anxiously. No replies. Maybe they're just busy, okay? And so, I'm also saying payback. The big payback. Boomerang effect. Consequences. Returning karma cycle. What goes around comes around. Time to settle accounts. The big payback. We'll get this last deck. And then we will wrap this on up. Ray J and Princess Love. Sweating like a sinner in church. Guilt, remorse, nerves, worry, confession, coming clean, apology, integrity needed, okay? So there, someone is sweating like a sinner in church, okay? And apology is needed. A confession is coming. If the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, there's a stalled boat. There's some choices and decisions that need to happen, okay? There's some reflections that need to happen. There's a lot of emotions and a lot of grounded energy that is needed. Someone needs to speak truth. There is treasure, objective, purpose, determination, smooth sailing, assistant. There is some assistance needed, okay? Shh. Hush up. Hush up. Don't say nothing. Silence, discretion, contemplation, equanimity, consideration, privacy. Be quiet. Don't say nothing. Shh. That's the last one, okay? And we will wrap it up. Holla. This says communication, honesty, courage, sharing, revelation, surprise, news, text, phone call. And so this is a need for heart healing, okay? Emotions, a need to get grounded. Holler. I'm also saying, ain't that the pot calling the kettle? Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? Hypocrisy, projection, similarity, blame, introspection needed, okay? So there is a checkered past, checkered history, and I'm seeing lipstick on a pig. Someone is barking up the wrong tree. Someone is barking up the wrong tree. Artifice, denial, cover up, trickery, superficiality, cruelty, foolishness. Look closer. So there is a need to get rooted. There is a need for heart healing. Emotions are very, very heightened, okay? This is a dead end, and God do not like ugly, okay? Barking up the wrong tree. Stalemate, not now, lack of clarity, perspective shift needed. God don't like ugly. There's nastiness, clash, strife, resentment, argument, spite, grudge, revenge. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Thumbs up, comment, share, follow.